Whoa, hey Christiana, hey Steph. Hello, I'm here a little early, okay, because life has been lifing. We made it. Yeah, well, yeah, you're like Jackie. You said you're gonna be on later, not earlier. Yeah, well, I had to work from home today, so we had to wait for a plumber the entire day for him to show up to say we're gonna have to schedule you again next week. So basically, today was a diagnostic that took maybe 20 minutes. We knew what was going to happen. We knew we needed a new disposal for our kitchen. We did not know how much those cost. You know, I am just doing some few texting. Hey, Christiana. Hey, Apple Blonde. Hey, Pixie. I today's been $1,000 day. Did I buy anything fun? No, no. I went to the pharmacy, and that was $50, and I went to the vet to get the puppy's pharmacy. The puppy pharmacy was $150, so $200 this morning at just the pharmacies between people and puppy, and then $900 with the plumber to be determined. That's just for buying in the estimate. You know how this works, right? You buy the parts, you do the estimate, you come in, and hopefully nothing else breaks so they don't need any other parts. So it's going to be a very expensive next week. Good news is I am going to be at a convention. So James gets to deal with it. Hey, Ronnie, being an adult is highly overrated when it comes to financial anything. I mean, yeah, I got paid. Today is the 5th. Yay, I'm broke again. Yeah, I get paid once a month. And yes, we are now back to the broke. I mean, the bills are paid. Bills are paid. Yeah, so we have lights, we have power. The creditors are held at bay at the door. Um, Food, eh, questionable. Uh, but we have gas, we have stuff. I mean, we're gonna be okay. It's just like, yeah, what's next? Yeah, let's do another. What's the next? Actually, don't answer that, God. Anybody? We're good. We're good. Like we've been putting off the disposal. We knew it needed to be replaced. It is 9 years old. It is a level base model unit, y'all. It came with the house. Um, Steph says plumbers are supposed to be the one of the fields that ends up flourishing in an age of AI because everybody still needs their stuff fixed. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like I ask my friends, like people who know plumbing. Plumbing is not really difficult. Theoretically. It is just hard, grody work, and you have to know some physics, and it's awkward and it's often messy, and you will pay whatever you gotta pay when you need a plumber to come out to your house. Same thing with the emergency vet. You will pay whatever fee they tell you has to be paid when you want your baby to be taken to the hospital at midnight on a Saturday. Um, that's just the way life is. So I'm not upset. I'm just like, James looked dejected. I'm like, James, we knew this was going to happen. Luckily we had paid off I think we paid off the water heater already. So, or we're still paying for the air conditioning that got repaired last summer. And now this is now the disposal. I mean, our house is at the age, we've already repaired the roof. We fixed the fence. We've changed out the water heater. Now we're replacing the disposal. We've already replaced every appliance that came with the house because we knew builder grade crap. And then, so yeah. But so today I ran some errands, I did some work, I wrote some process docs, I reviewed some process docs. Um, so it's just been one of those things that, like my friends who can fix things, like I have several friends that can fix things, but when my sister went and bought a disposal from Lowe's, it's like 250, 350, and then had a friend install it. That's awesome. We're going to be paying $900 for this unit installation, removal, and an 8-year warranty because we are not handy. We are literally not handy. We are not the people who can go to YouTube, watch a video, and then fix things. We aren't those people. I can No, we just aren't those people. James has no desire to learn. You should see him just try to put a nail in sheetrock. His father fixed buildings and built things, but he made it so that the boys are kind of paranoid to do anything because dad was like, well, do it this way, do it that way, and you're doing it wrong. And next thing you know, they didn't have any confidence to do it, and so they didn't. Okay, this ring might have to get off my finger for a while. You see how my finger's turning red? It's because it's needs a little bit more wide bands that like this do that. But this is one of those. This I did for one of my anniversaries. I said, yeah, so this is it has my initials in here, JK, and our wedding date, which is 10/6/2007, to JRD, which is James. So I did this as a cool, when they were retiring this ring, I decided to go get it. But these wide bands like this, my fingers don't like too much. I love the way they look, but when you sleep in them, yeah, no worky. Yeah, but yes, and then we didn't want to do a condo or go into an apartment because everybody we knew who lived, and we had lived in apartments too, is that they never repaired or fixed things in them anyway. So it's like you're gonna pay for people to repair your stuff. They're not gonna be doing it in the apartment. The theory is, oh, if you rent an apartment, the landlord has to fix things. I'm like, no, they don't. I've had many experiences where the landlord does not fix things. So yeah. Slumlords, we call them. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna wear this one again. This is my mother-in-law's ring, which is now mine. I'm gonna give it to my aunt, her sister, but until that happens, I'm gonna wear it lovingly. So anyway, I did stop by a couple stores today when I was going to the pharmacy and the vets because the vet is you know, in the other town over that, which is like 30 minutes away. I had to go get it and so Christiana says, glad today's okay. I hope the dexterity gets better. We're doing well out here. Thanks you. Thank you. Thank God it's Friday, says Christiana. Craig's saying hi to people. Dawn's here. Woo-hoo. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Yay. I'll show you the bag I used today, which is really cool. It needs to be cleaned on the inside, but I'm too lazy to do it. Um, isn't this pure joy? This is a vintage-ish Dooney. I got this bag for $30 when I $20 bid or purchase and then $10 shipping tax, so, the whole thing. And then I bought these pins. And yeah, the pins cost more than the bag does, guys. But you know, so I have a theme. The Sorcerer's Apprentice is my fave. So whenever I can find the Sorcerer, and I don't care if I have duplicates, I have many bags. I keep telling my twin that. She's like, I can't buy you anything. You have everything. Like, Jennifer, I don't have everything. And if you get me a Sorcerer's Apprentice and I happen to have it, I'm happy with 2 or 4. So this is the charm I made. This is actually a toy that you can buy from the Disney store that I stitched this on here to make it into a bag charm because how perfect. Hello. You know. So that's the bag I used today. And sadly, Craig says, I decided I need a new canvas bag so I can put my nightmare pins. Yes, 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 yes. Everybody should be doing this. I share this with everybody. If we love stuff like we love stuff and decorating stuff, get a canvas bag, get a denim bag, get a bag you can put a pin on and have fun. Yay! That's so exciting. That's so exciting. That makes me super happy, by the way. Yay! So and then Chris, of course, okay, I know it's only September, but I'm gearing up. I'm getting ready for Christmas time. This one came this way, but I saw somebody and Craig gave me this one, with a stitch on their um rear mirror that makes my game needs to be upped. I'm like, wait, how did they do that? They had a stitch like this big hanging off of their rear mirror. I'm like, I need to do that. Yep, I need to do that. Let me double check. Oh, thank goodness. I was hoping this was what this was. These are some pin backs. I've been buying so many pins. Like guys, I had to literally uh snooze my pin groups because I've been buying so many pins because I have a hard time finding Sorcerer's Apprentice pins in the wild in regular retail. Um, but apparently they exist in people's collections. And some of those people are willing to part with them. So I'm like, oh, please let me have this. Can I buy this from you? And they say, yeah, sure. So I bought quite a few pins that are coming my way. The Sorcerer's Apprentice is kind of coming back this 2026 because it's part of the Disney Dream Expo or whatever. They they brought him back for, all the old dudes are getting, a little bit more love than they used to. So like Pluto just turned 95. Donald just turned 90. Um, so Mickey's friends are aging in there, but with their age is coming celebrations. Um, so, Don, are you feeling well enough to be back at work, or is it still hurting you? So Craig's asking Don because Don had a surgery. If y'all didn't know, um, Craig says Travis got me a new ear pierce to wear in live so I can talk. Oh, earpiece, so I can talk and text. It's a piece of, oh, I threw it away. It doesn't translate correctly. I told him I love him, but I hate that. Well, technology is great, but, it still has to get better, right? It has to get better. Hey, go away. Go away, fly. So I do have some stuff. I do have one unboxing to show you, and I have a couple things behind me that showed up today that I did open. So I did do a trade, y'all. I traded a $900 Louis Vuitton vintage bag for an $850 Coach bag. And it's here, and it's behind me, and you can see it. Uh, and I'm happy to have that bag. And it's just, I've thought about this a lot. I have actually traded several Louis Vuitton bags for Coach bags. As much as I disparage Coach in my love-hate relationship with them, apparently there's a little bit more love than hate because I keep buying them. And my Rogue collection, which I thought I was done with, apparently I'm not done with. And apparently it has a chokehold on me. And guys, I don't really carry um my Rogues that often because they are heavy bags. But I appreciate them so much and they get better with age. That's the thing about and I can always, and that's what I was telling Craig too. It's like I can always buy another Louis Vuitton now. Now, granted, I probably can never buy that same bag I traded in the condition I got that one in because that one was seriously like a museum piece. I mean, that bag was almost 40 years old. Actually, it was 40 years old, and it was in such an amazing condition. It was shocking. There was only one water spot on that whole thing. Like I swear, it lived in somebody's closet for the entirety of its existence. Um, I'm moving some pin backs around. Sorry. I'm not ignoring you. I'm not ignoring you. I promise. I'm just trying to get some stuff out of the way so I can grab this bag to show you. Hey, D. Higginbotham. Hey, Katie. Um, Craig, I'm still sore. I had the more time. I would have stayed home another week. Yeah. It's not good when you have to commute. Um, so this bag is the bag I traded my Louis Vuitton for. This is a Keith Haring. This bag is a unicorn. This is the oldest Rogue in my collection now. This is from 2017. So, and this is the first gen, around the first gen, because the first gens had these clochettes. They don't do them anymore. They only do the little hang tags. They don't do the clochettes anymore. But when this first came out, this is what they looked like, right? So as you can see, it's nodding. These corners are nodding. That's what happens with age. It relaxes. It's absolutely gorgeous. It has never been carried. It's never been carried. Plus, the tag is right here. Like she never even took it. She bought this bag to save to give to her daughter, and she unfortunately outlived her daughter, and her grandchild is a son. So, is a grandson. So she goes through periods of, do I get rid of all my bags or do I just keep them? And so with me trading, she was able to replace this one that she had wanted to give to her daughter. I get it, and she gets a new bag with new memories. Win-win. I could have just bought this bag. The color of this blue is called sky blue. It's phenomenal. Um, and it's just an absolutely gorgeous bag. It really is. It is part of me is sad about the Louis Vuitton bag, but most of me is happy because I never ever ever thought I'd get this bag. If you go to eBay and just put in Keith Haring Rogue, you will see it go anywhere from like $200 to $1,500. It is all over the board. Depends on condition, the color. Now, this metallic, they have one that's this metallic blue over here, but this metallic is very prone to distress because metallic finishes do that. They just don't hold up as well. But this little, and it has a pink heart with this light blue leather, but this is the sky blue version, and it's just so pretty. I don't know if I'll ever use it. I really don't know because it's just gorgeous. I just like looking at these things. But so this one came in the mail today. This one came in the mail the other day. I don't think I showed it to you. This was also a trade. Now, I traded my maple cargo tabby woot that I never carried, never used, just bought, great deal, plus my Coach Field Tote 44 in woven leather. Another imbalanced trade. But again, I couldn't afford to pay for this, and I had two bags I had already paid for that I wasn't using. So why is this bag so cool? Hey, Donna, this is the Bluebell. Look at the colors. Very almost the same. They're like a shade off. This is a shade brighter. So this bag came out in I think this is a 2018, my second oldest bag. So this is a trade. So this is a trade too. So I traded two Coach bags for this one Coach Rogue. This is a Rogue 30. So this also is another bag that I have seen over and over and over again and never could buy because normally when you find these bags, this shade specifically sells for 400 and higher. And depends on condition. Now this probably should have had the key clochette too, but it's missing. Um, yeah, this and these should have the 1941 dust bags. I don't have any of the dust bags. So the 1941 dust bags are different than the dust bags for the regular bags. Um, so as you can see, I have a little rogue thing happening. So I have rogues behind that, rogues behind that. Oh, my biggest rogue is behind that one, the one I got from Craig. And then I traded with Craig. Craig, I gave him a white one with oxblood, and I got a gray one from him. I think. I don't remember what trade happened when. I just know that he has the white one, and then he gave me his gray one. But I do have an unboxing. I do know what's in here, but I've never seen it. Yes, a rogue gallery. I do. I know. Gen 3 had no clochettes. Oh, it's a Gen 3. Okay. Okay, well maybe it's a thank you. Yeah, I don't know what year the first Rogues came out. I would love to get the first year Rogues came out because I just think they're awesome. But most of the time you'll find most Gen 1 Rogues selling for $800. Um so this I bought from from a Facebook person, and let's open it. I have been cleaning and organizing and doing paperwork and then doing revision and then listening to audiobook, and then it's been it's been a crazy Friday. First week with new boss. Okay. A little strange. A little strange. Not gonna lie. Not sure how I feel about it. But you know what? It's first week. I'm not sure he knows how he feels about it after the first week. Um, the Rogue Gallery. I hope Craig um, does. It does suck, Craig. Glad you're feeling okay. Pretty. It's very pretty, but that was an unbalanced trade. If you and oh yeah, Craig. Yeah, no. I totally agree that it was an unbalanced trade. Once to give essentially, I gave her a $550 bag brand new current if it was purchased brand new. The only reason I could do that trade was because the Field Tote 40 I had purchased for 300, and that Woot deal that was right under 200. So that's a $500 out, not necessarily value, right? Value wise, it's $1,000 value because that Rogue or that tote Field Tote 40 in woven leather was sold for $600, brand new way back. And if it wasn't because I had this one and knowing I will reach for this one every single time before I reach for that blue woven leather one, which I love and adore, I'd rather have somebody use it than have me just hoard 3 different Field Tote 40s. And it helped me reduce my bag. So I knew full well that was an uneven trade. I knew it, but it's okay. And sometimes it is okay. You know, I've given away more stuff. I have sold things for pennies. That's kind of how I view it, is I sold things for pennies. Like I would have sold the Louis Vuitton bag to buy that bag. I would the Keith Haring bag. I would have sold the Woot bag to buy that Rogue. So for me, hey, I just gave them the bag. Guess what I found today, guys? A Goyard card case from the 90s in your closet? Oh my gosh, sir, can you take a picture of it? I don't even know what a Goyard card case looks like. Painted on, one never used. I moved right into that. Yes, I see your point, Jake. Yeah, it makes sense. Like totally. I mean, yeah. Aaron, me too. I lose money constantly on stuff, and I'm at the point because I have 500 bags. I have to divorce some of them and say, I love you. I will always love you, but we just can't live together, you know? Mm. And we have the memories, we have the love, I'll have the photos for a lifetime, but you gotta go live with somebody else. Hmm. Um, so yeah. And then the other thing was, I stopped by real quickly to the Disney store, didn't buy a thing. I stopped by, um, the Dooney store and the Coach store real quick because all of this is next to my vet. My vet is over where the outlets are. It's really along the same street, to be honest. I just have to go down across the highway, and then one side my vet is, one side the outlet is. Believe me, James is. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, so his. Can I show? I can show this, right? There's no pertinent thingy here. How do I crop that? Let me edit. Let me add some squiggles. Cancel squiggles. I said squiggles. Just make sure nothing. There we go. Done. Okay. Look how pretty that card is. It's brown. It's a beautiful brown. It's brown, dark brown, light brown, and the geometric, and that's how it makes in the white, dark light, two shade, a dark brown, light brown, and then the white, and that's cool that was just sitting in your closet that you forgot you had from the 90s. Man, that's cool. It's like that means it's like the perfect feel because it's aged and it's softened up and it's not as hard to get your cards in and out. Pixies, I lose money too, but I always say some money is better than, yeah, because my theory is you've already lost 100% if you do nothing with it, you know. So anyway, I did so yeah, I traded bags, and I did it too because I couldn't, honestly, financially, we just had to spend $1,000 on we don't have on a water, what do you call it, disposal. And I asked James, I said, James, how do you feel about a disposal? Me? Because I am the hand washing person in this house. I would have just said, I don't want it. I don't need it. Just give me a drain. And there's put a mesh. James wants the disposals. James grew up using disposals. I grew up in Asia. We did not have disposals. And when we moved to our 1940s house in Michigan, no disposal. So we always grew up taking the basket out of the drain and just dumping it into the trash and then putting the basket back in. So to me, that's normal. James is, no, he's like, I want a disposal. I'm like, okay, fine, we'll buy a disposal. Craig says, thank you. It's hard to see it, but it's hard, hand painted, and you can feel the texture compared to the new screen printed canvas. Oh, I didn't even not know that was a thing. That they hand painted the canvas then? Yeah, you can oh, speaking of paint, I had guys, I was so disappointed. I did an unboxing video yesterday. My Marc Jacobs, the sack bag came in. I was so excited. I opened that sucker. I did a video. I was so disappointed. That bag, it's already been returned. I have called customer service. I got the slip. I took it to the UPS store. I'm like, take this away. Because if I had kept it at all a day, I would have kept it because it is gorgeous. It just feels like painted fabric. And I thought it was a denim, like it said it was. It's not. It's painted camo print, not an actual woven camo print in the texture of the fabric. It looks so cool on camera. It looks so cool. It is such a cool bag. It sits horribly on my shoulder. The fabric's too lightweight. If it had actually been denim, a real denim, it would have been amazing. It sucked so bad. I was so sad. And I said that on the return. Why am I returning it? Quality not as expected, painted texture on fabric, not denim. That's exactly what I said. Anyway, let me open this because here it is. It's taunting me. So I have never seen this. I've been chasing this, and I finally got it for close to list from a private seller who was willing to sell it to me for close to list. Pretty much close to list. Let me see. How much did I buy this for? Who did this come from? Before I open it, I know what's in there, but I wanted to share. Who is this from? 222. Okay, that's who it's from. Okay, let me find the right person. I bought this for a, let's see, $54. That is awesome because normally these sell for higher than that. That was with shipping, guys. These don't cost as much, I think, the Demu, but every time I see them, they're $50. So for me to get this, pretty awesome. Thank you. It's hard to. Okay, so let me. They open it from the bottom, and then they do the classic. Put it back there. So I'm gonna open it. Yay! Because I don't keep the boxes, y'all. I know. There's people who keep all the boxes. I'm not a box keeper. Not this. To me, I view these as toys, and I want to use them as toys. So I'm gonna pull the card out so you can't see it, and then I'm gonna pull out this. Woohoo! And then I'm gonna stick the detritus back in here. So this is the Demu world. Now this is my first Demu. This is my second Demu world. The first Demu world I bought was $50. I got it from the Amazon Pop Mart store. So this is the first. And when I got mine, it didn't have this cool bag, by the way. It had no, was that Demu? Wait, he's right over here. Is it Demu or yeah. This is my first Demu with this one. And he didn't have this cool bag, by the way. He didn't have this cool bag. So I already have Pluto. And I didn't want to do another blind box because I didn't want to repeat. And this is the one I wanted. So I was willing to spend $54 to make sure I got the one I wanted. So this is the one I wanted. This guy right here. She is so cool. This is Donald, Singing Donald, he's called. So look at how cute this is. Demu World with Disney. Is this yeah, let's take his collar off. That's just look how cute he is. Isn't this the cutest thing ever? So this one is, so I have Pluto, which is awesome because Pluto's 95 now. So they have Daisy, they have Pluto, which that's a different Pluto. Hmm. I wonder if this is a different series. Oh no, there he is. There's two different Plutos. Oh no, there's a Pluto house, and I have the one I have is Pluto Prank. There's a mini balloon. This is Donald Duck singing, and then there's a Chippendale. And strangely, there's no Mickey. Okay, that's Minnie. Mickey must be the secret, which I don't know what that is. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I am so excited to get this. Girl, I thought it was those George Washington. Nope, Demu World. You know how cute he is? He's a little Donald. He's a Donald. He's not as cute as the other Donald, but I mean, I like all the Donalds, let's be super honest. I think he's adorable. So he's gonna go on my Donald bag, which is this Donald bag. So I need to get two more pins to fill this out. So as I get more pins, I'm adding more of my Donald pins down here. So a couple more pins were added to this, and I'm gonna put him on here. And he's gonna stay on this bag. Well, that is one of the problems with how these are made. These do fall off pretty easily. You have to be careful when you carry these. And people have all kinds of hacks of how to um my Donald bag. So these are all my Donald pins. And then let's see. Irony of all irony, I just ordered some new tinted moisturizer, and I just got my new face cleanser. And then when I was going through my stuff, because I'm going on a convention without James, I want to hack. Hey, Kim. Uh, oh, yes, I got the Donald. I spent $54 for him, which is awesome because I got my new face cleanser from that company I was talking about, Restore C. Um, it's glaring. There we go. It's called Restore C Pro, and it's a little pricey. I got it on the Labor Day sale, but this should last me 6 months, according to Patty. Um, Depending on how much you use, this might last me a year actually, because I'm pretty chintzy when it comes to the face wash. But when I was in here going through, when I explained to you, this is my favorite piece of cosmetic I own, and I've been looking for this one thing for so long, and I did not realize I had put it in this one makeup case. This is when Marc Jacobs did beauty, and this specific color is my favorite color. This is the best blush on me ever on the planet, and I couldn't find it. I could never find it again, and I couldn't find the color. And it's called melanin. Um, melanin Omega Shadow Gel Powder Eyeshadow. So this is an eyeshadow, but I use this as a blush. It's amazing. I really wish Marc Jacobs would do makeup again. But while I was in there, I found my BB cream. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I just ordered another one because I'm going to a convention and I didn't want to look like Ratchet when I'm on top on the stage. So let's see how this looks on me. You know, so it's been a minute since I've worn any makeup of any type that's not just a lipstick. And I am, in this way, I'll get to use my, uh, get ready with me. Hi, look. What do you think of the color? It's just a BB cream. Clinique. This is Clinique. It's called Age Defense BB Cream SPF 30. So there should be a flashback a little bit on the screen so it looks whiter than it really should be because of SPF. And then I want to put on what I also found in my thing of things, my powder. This is my powder. Now I don't think this one has a no, this is from when this is old because Mark has not done this in a minute, but that's how long it it's just sitting in um my makeup case. Because I had several makeup cases and I forgot about this one. I still can't find my JLo for I have JLo found face moisturizer. No idea where it is. I think it's too light. No, it's hard to tell because it's the flashback and I'm sitting in front of these bright lights. It's really hard. So this is me with nice and dewy. Thank you. So this is me with makeup on. You might be seeing me with makeup on more. So it takes all the redness away and um it changes. So but let me show you what this blush looks like. And I'm just gonna use this, I'm gonna clean this brush anyway. Um why I use this as a blush instead of a, and I don't really wear blush because my cheeks are so red anyway. And yes, I use the apple. Yeah, I don't do the whatever. I don't contour. I don't do all that stuff. I love this color so much. So cool. Toss it if it's old. It's probably something I should toss. I should toss it. We'll see how I feel about it tomorrow. The BB cream isn't old. The um, powder I probably should toss. I just keep forgetting. I just kept throwing it into my. I keep my powder a lot longer than you probably should. I think most people keep their makeup a lot longer than they probably should. This is so cute. Like, do I keep the bag? No, Jackie. No, don't keep boxes. Don't keep the boxes. Don't keep things. You don't have to keep everything. Where did I? There we go. So I also found cleansing wipes because I've always buy these. Um, I heard through the grapevine yesterday that MJ Beauty is coming back, and I would be the first person to buy my Marc Jacobs Beauty in a second. In a second. I love their formula. I love their lipsticks. I love their packaging. I know a lot of people bought the Louis Vuitton, or at least it looks like a lot of people bought the Louis Vuitton because all the unboxings happened. The Minnie bought it. Jerusha bought it. I think who else did I see try it on? A few people I saw try it on. And they all seem to like it. Or they're saying they like it. Let's put some lipstick on now. That I look this pale. I look this pale. Um let's see. Well, we have Pat McGrath, but this is a light color. Um we have, let's see. Well, maybe I'll just put this one on. This is my most expensive lipstick in my collection, which is this one, Guerlain, and it's really dark raisin color. Really dark raisin color. Now I look a little pale. Yeah, oh well. What color was this anyway? I don't know if it tells you. These are supposed to be refillables, but I think this whole tank is refillable. There's a marking on here. Well, whatever this is, it's number 45. Hey, Jeanette. Um, so what's considered old in makeup land, Dawn? Because I don't really know. I just use it until it looks like it's bad and then I throw it out. That's kind of how I determine those things. Like, yeah, the BB cream is old, but the thing is that one little blush was hiding in a pocket. So I picked up this is the thing it was in. I put my medication in this. Speaking of medication, I should pull it out because I'm going on a vacation. Well, not vacation. I'm going on a trip. So I figured I needed a better. I'm going to a convention without James, who is my person to carry things. So I don't have to, I'm trying not to take 15 bags and just do my computer bag, my shoulder bag, and my overnight bag. So I'll be so I'll leave Monday and I will be so I need clothing for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So it's only 3 days of clothes. Does it doesn't it all have dates on it? Mine does. I'll look. I'll have to look. I don't know. I don't look at these things. I barely buy makeup. I used to buy makeup because of Jeffree Star. And then after Jeffree's little tantrum, well, not tantrum, he abandoned YouTube to go over to TikTok, and I didn't want to go to TikTok. So I did get my refill, by the way. I was able to go to the pharmacy today. This is not wanting to open. And so anyway, um I stopped putting on makeup all the time. I never really was a huge makeup person. I've always been a lipstick person. Always. Hello, Jennifer Ashfield. Jennifer! Um, I thought we were starting. Yeah, we were. Jackie, I worked from home today, so I started early. Sorry. Because we had to wait for a plumber. Morella. Okay, did you just show up? Because I have to show you this. I'll have to backtrack. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's this dark raisin color by Guerlain, and I don't remember the name. It was their special edition, whatever, from Pucci collab. The color was a limited edition along with the case. But I like that case because I can just keep putting new refills in it, which I kind of understand, and I kind of get like what Louis Vuitton is. People saying what Louis Vuitton is like. You just buy the case, and the refills are. You spend the 165, and then you keep, and then when you buy the refills, they're $60. So it's not that expensive. It makes it a little less expensive to buy I guess, $70-$80 lipstick, and then just refill it. But I don't know about you. I don't just have one lipstick and just refill a lipstick. I mean, I really don't do that. I honestly um have three. Most of all my lipsticks are refillable, and I just buy new tank all the time because I I never just finish a lipstick and go buy another lipstick. I have 15 lipstick colors. That's just, I thought every woman did that. you know I've never been that good with the um yes, I didn't unbox it on camera, but I did show it, so I'm going to show it to you guys. I unboxed it and then sorry, itchy ear. um I'm just going to show it to you guys because it was I unboxed it and did a video. So the video, you won't see the video for like a long time, probably January at this rate, but this is the bag. So gorgeous. Um it's just so pretty. Yeah, yeah. This is it. hmm This was worth the trade. I traded a Louis Vuitton vintage bag that I did not plan on trading or selling or getting rid of. I wanted to keep that bag. And I could have just bought this bag, but I did not have the heart. And I looked at my husband and I said, $400 or trade this $900 bag. He's like, trade the $900 bag. I'm like, okay. I would have sold the bag to buy this bag. So it doesn't make any sense. And I probably could have sold that $900 bag on the quick sell, maybe for 500 if I was lucky to find the buyer, y'all, because it's hard to sell stuff right now. So I was happy with the trade. It cost me $70 to send it there. Yes, it does have the kiss lock inside. It still has a tag on it. If this is from 2017, so this is going to be my oldest brogue in my collection. Yep. It has the kiss lock right here. This one has never been used. I mean, it still has the zipper pull wrapped up. It's the tag's right here. She bought this to give her daughter, and then she outlived her daughter, and so she only has a grandson, so she doesn't want to. She's selling off her collection. Well, she goes between selling them and not selling them, and I was just lucky enough to say, "Hey, would you trade?" And I said, "I'm never going to get rid of this bag. It's staying with me forever." And as you know, these things. So this has the key clochette and the um, hang tags. Only thing I don't have to make this a full set is the 1941 dust bag because those were so popular and so cool that people sold them off separately all the time. Yeah. So I have my two unicorns next to each other. So my elephants and my Keith Haring, um, they're right there hanging out, looking awesome, and I'm very happy with them. I'm happy with the trade. Even I have a pretty nice rogue collection now. I actually have one more bag on layaway that is a rogue, and it's seriously, Jackie. This is how you lose everything. I take my meds out, and then I don't remember to put them back in. Seriously. Let's put that. Well, this has to go in that other case. I'm trying to get organized for my convention, so I'm trying to. I don't want to look completely awful because I'm presenting, so I have makeup with me. Most of it's makeup. Oh, I was supposed to look and see if there's a date. Um, you have tried cutting cardboard for the. Yes, I did. I just did that. I cut there. It's actually there's cardboard in there now. Um, yeah, I did that today. I cut up a whole box. Let me see if there's an expiration date on this. So I have a Charlotte Tilbury. This is also a finishing powder. Let's see, what are these dates? Well, that's a color code. Wish they put dates on the containers and not the boxes. Maybe it's on the inside. Okay, this one's dateless, but it's just this is a really white powder. Don't fall. And then, so that's my Charlotte Tilbury. This is my, yeah, this doesn't have a date either. Normally they'll have like months somewhere or a year or something. Like this one might, because this was, okay, none of these have dates. Nothing has dates. How are you supposed to know when something has to be thrown out? These are all powder products. This is from my eyeshadow, which I don't wear. I need to find my brushes that my friend gave me so I can wear some of this stuff. This one might have a date. Shade number 3. No date. I feel like this is a racket. Why are they tell you to throw things out if they expire and then there's no date? Hmm. Oh well. I'll be fine. So I put makeup on and we'll see how this new cleanser works because my new cleanser came in. Um, Jackie, have you? Oh yeah, you do 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 do. Mine has dates on the base when the other info, but I always have to take pics of my phone and zoom in to see it. Okay. Um, it's fine. I really don't wear that much makeup for me to worry about it, and honestly, I'll probably throw out all that stuff um by the end of the year or so. Because that powder, um, I know the powder's 2 years old. I do have plans this weekend, guys. I am getting a tattoo tomorrow. Mm. James and I are both getting tattoos tomorrow. They're gonna be small. They're not gonna be huge tattoos. Don't expect a full sleeve or whatever. It's just gonna be a Snoopy. My Snoopy is gonna go here, somewhere, hopefully more like here. I thought, but I wear bracelets and they go down real like this, so I didn't want my bracelets to cover my tattoo. I wanted to enjoy my tattoo, so it's probably going to be higher up. You know, rule of thumb is to break out. Oh yeah, if I break out, trash it. Oh yeah, no, I'll find out tonight. Like I've worn all that makeup before, so I'm not remotely worried about, especially the BB cream. Um, that's not old. That's actually just I keep forgetting I own it. The one that I need to throw out is the Laura Geller. Now I have a Laura Geller BB cream somewhere. Um, and the reason I had bought these was to wear when I was filming, not realizing with the SPF there's a pretty bright flashback. I look kind of woo um bright. Uh, and it's because of the SPF reflection. But if I'm gonna wear a face product, I'm gonna have SPF on it. That's just the way I am. So I figured I'll just deal with it. Oh my gosh. Well, Morella, your cat is gorgeous. And I can understand it's a 2-day process. And does she appreciate you helping her bathe? Or would she give you the evil doom glare? um, wear sleeves at the convention so the plastic. Oh, you're right. I'll have to wear long sleeves. I forgot about that. Yeah. Hmm. Jackie is at a Disney watermelon. It is. Marilla, you have great eyes. Now that one I did have to pay $250 for. Yeah, it did help me have a that's the one that threw me over budget. Mm-hmm. It totally did. Threw me way over budget. And I should not have bought it. But I had asked the lady, could you hold it till the first and I'd pay you for it, forgetting and having other things pop up, and I bought it anyway. Which is why the other two unicorn bags that showed up had to be trades because I couldn't possibly say I've spent another $400, another 400. I mean, I'm not made of money, y'all. I work for the government. I make a nice living, but it ain't a lot. Oh, you have it too? Oh my gosh, yay! Yeah. I have to get my cat groomed. Um, Jackie, after 2 years, after 2 years, toss the makeup. Okay, I'll toss it. I'll have to go through it. She's good actually, no temper issues. That's awesome. You have the world's best cat. My cat would murder me. And yeah, I've never tried to bathe a cat ever. The most I've ever done is gotten pet wipes and attack them, like just kind of rub them down, and they look at me like, with murder in their eyes. Even my pugs, who are the loves of my lives, do not enjoy bathing. Um, It still blows me away that you're getting a tattoo. Yes, I'm getting a tattoo. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. And know what blows me away? My tattoo isn't a Disney and it's not a map or a compass. It's going to be Snoopy. I don't even like beagles, but I view Snoopy as the representation of all dogs. Um, thank you. Oh yeah, Morella's kitty is the most beautiful kitty ever. I love her Instagram because her cat is always posing with her bags. Oh, by the way, I did walk into the Coach outlet today. They did not have that suede large Rowan, which is gorgeous online. They didn't have it in store. And they didn't have I'm not Autumn Beckman just did a video about, the her part of her coach haul. She did get the Shirling Rexy, and the Shirling bunny and the dog, but the dog definitely needs to go back. That does not look like a dog. So she's keeping the bunny and the Rexy, and they're adorable. That's like $500 worth of bag charms, y'all. That Rexy's $300. And she said, this is her season. She said she wasn't going to get anything from the fall drop, and she bought like $500 in bag charms. My dog hates being wet. It took 2 years to get him to stand still in the bathtub. Wow, Ronnie. Um, my cat's constantly trying to murder me anyway. Yeah. We call him okay, Craig's cat's name is Malcolm. We call him Demon Cat because okay, Malcolm with Travis, an angel on earth. Malcolm with anybody else, Demon Cat. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, yeah. The Snoop is the first of many. I'm gonna get a Sorcerer's Apprentice over here. Um, a big one. This whole arm will be Sorcerer's Apprentice and a globe with a watercolor background on the tattoo. This will be color. This one is going to have my black and white Snoopy, and I'm definitely going to be getting a Stitch. Those are the three things I know for sure I'm getting. I'm getting Stitch, I'm getting Sorcerer's Apprentice, and I'm going to be getting Snoopy. Those are for dang sure. Um, you live one time. Hmm? Yeah. Craig, my brother used to have a cat like that. His name was Jaws. That's funny. I have a couple of Shearling racing dogs from Hermes. So, oh, okay, those little Shearling racing dogs, I've seen them. Those are cute. Prices don't offend me in any way. Well, here's the thing. I don't know. I would feel like at least I'm not impressed with Coach Shearling. I ended up with 2 Coach Shearling charms so far. Really? Okay, so I've had Coach Coach Shearling is not uniform. So I need to see these charms because I've seen their Shearling bags, retail and outlet. Some are better than others. So I have to I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But it was funny because Autumn's like, this is my season. And her name is Autumn. And fall colors are her colors. And I'm just like, okay, I am the opposite. I walked into the Dooney and Burke and I'm like, fall colors. I walked into Coach. I'm like, fall colors. I am all about the bright, bright, bright as you can get. You give me a rainbow, give me a rainbow. I want blues. I want bright chartreuse. I love chartreuse, but no, I walk in there and it's like, oh, fall. Okay. Um, so I didn't buy anything, guys. I didn't buy anything. Not that I could afford to buy anything. I already spent $200 at the vets. Um, he's a Beagle Jeanette. Yep. Um, yeah. So anyway, it's been a really weird day because working from home, which is not normally something I can do, it was just because of the plumbing issue. Luckily, next week I will be at a convention. James will hold down the fort, and he can deal with the plumber and do what he has to do. He actually was able to remote into his work system and run processes on his work computer and then work on his computer here. I mean, really, talk about max efficiency. Normally, when he's at the office, he'll work on his laptop and then have a process running on his desktop. We are that type of people that we have two working units at all. We all have us in our work is specialized. So we have a specialized processing desktop, and then we have our laptop so we can be portable when we don't need to use the specialized software that needs a specialized, whatever, equipment. Jackie, is it so funny that you and I are literally polar opposites when it comes to our color wheel? Yes, because Ronnie says, "Give me jewel toes." That's why every time I buy a white bag, I look at myself like, "Am I was thinking of Craig again, wasn't I?" Because Craig is neutrals and browns and creams, and when I see those colors like cashmeres and the teddy bear, Max Mara things, I just think of Craig because that is like Craig. He is like all these yummy textiles, and me, I am like, do you belong in the Bahamas? Not so much like skimpy attire, but you know how in island culture, when you go to those places in the tropics, you have these bright, bright buildings, and I love those buildings. If I could paint my house bright turquoise, I would. My neighbors would hate me. Um, I am fully aware that my taste in color is outlandish. I absolutely know that I have no taste. I get it when it comes to like, oh, I wish I could have that. And my James is like, no, no, Jackie, no. You know? Um, Craig, an entire week. Um, yes, it hates me so much. He hates me so much. We're talking about Malcolm again. Yeah, I love jewel tones for me. Um, Yeah, and that's part of why I'm embracing my Disney kitsch life now. It is mainly because most of my life, my family has always told me what I should and should not like because I've liked things that are so out there, that are so extreme. And I was never the goth kid. I wasn't the rainbow bright kid either. I was just like things that were like old fashioned. So the prince would be 10 years out of date, you know, and my mother would be like, no, that's too old fashioned. Don't wear that. I always like things that were just not in style. And it's not that I was looking for a look, it's just that I always was attracted to prints and patterns that were just not current. And and not that they were retro chic. So I was not it's not that age where it was retro chic and then you're cool. No, no. I flat out had the clothing or the pattern that was popular 10 years ago that is still not popular. Like, yeah, that was me. So my parents and my family have always been telling me what to do. Like, oh, pick out this and pick out that, and I'd pick it out. Okay, so when I was 15, I think I was 15. Let me read this real quick, and I'll go back there. D says I have gotten the Coach Bleecker bucket in the purple suede. When I got it, I just didn't feel it was shipped. Oh, you didn't like the suede. I just didn't feel it. Oh. Shipped it back the same day. I like jewel tones, but that bag was nope. Craig says, "Oh, that reminds me you're sensitive to textiles and shop on Kint's. Read the materials list, not just the listing. They're combining polyester into their knits now." Oh, that's sneaky. Marilla. Good night, Dawn. Night, Dawn. Yeah, so what I was going to say was when I was 16, 15, 15, 16, somewhere around there, um, Jenny and I were with my mom and we were in Thailand and we were making custom um, Thai silk outfits. My uncle had a tailor shop. Normally they did more men's suiting, but he had a men's suiting shop and a ladies suiting shop. So we were in the ladies shop and I'm not kidding. My mother, my sister, the salespeople, they're like, pick whatever you want. Every pattern I picked, my mother said no. My sister said no. And I kept telling them, can't you just pick one out for me? No, no, you have to pick it out. You have to like it. So everything I picked, they didn't like. Every single one. Finally, my sister said, "What about this one, Jackie?" I'm like, "Do you like that one? This is really pretty." I'm like, "Okay, I'll take that one." because because it didn't matter what I picked, they didn't like it. Oh, that's too old fashioned, Jackie. That's too mature for you, Jackie. Because 16, She goes, "No, you need something more modern, Jackie." And this is the same thing that happened with my wedding, y'all. When I was in Belgium and my mother, I said, "Mom, I just want to have a party. I want to have a party. I want some Danish food. I just want to have a party. I don't want a wedding. I want a party." Mom says, "You can't have a party. It's a wedding." I'm like, "Fine." We go to the florist. I said, "Mom, what about daisies?" "You can't have daisies. It's a wedding." "Well, what about roses?" I looked at the red roses. She's like, "You can't have red roses. It's a wedding." I'm like, "Mom, you pick the flowers." Finally, my mother and the florist arranged the entire thing. And then finally, she was like, "Well, do you need to get a cake?" I'm like, "Mom, I don't want a cake." It's like, "What do you mean you don't want a cake?" "I don't want a cake. I want this Danish dessert that you made. I don't want a wedding cake. Just give me this Danish dessert that you made." She goes, "No, no, no, no. You have to have a cake. It's a wedding." So she drugged me to the cake store, had to buy a cake. I don't even know how much this stuff costs, right? And get a cake. And here's the thing. There's a there's a Thai traditional dessert served at weddings that my mother made and made me have some because it was traditional. And I'm like, "Okay, Mom." So basically, I did pick out my cake. I did pick out my dress. I did pick out my flowers. I just wanted to elope, and nobody would let me elope. So yeah, my family, they don't trust my taste. So I just let them pick. I have gorgeous photos. Like my wedding's fabulous, but it wasn't me. It's not me. But that's the story of my life. Craig says, "Jackie, I love you, but you're a people pleaser. I can't begin to tell you what my response would be if anyone tells me what to wear. I know. It's just easier not to fight with my family. So believe me, I'm just going to get tattoos and my family will not approve. And I don't care because you know what? My dad's no longer in life. My mother lives on a different continent. And I only have to please me and James. It's the best thing that's ever happened to us is that our family does not live anywhere near us anymore. Now, unfortunately, James lost both of his parents, but um, I don't think he would get a tattoo if his mother was still living. You know, it's not that it's she her his brother and his sister-in-law both have tattoos and his mother did not approve of them, and always said a disparage not really say disparaging things, but it was very well known that mom didn't approve, right? Yeah, I love the fight. It brings me so much joy. Which is just think about the my sister has three or four tattoos. You've just never seen them because they're on her lower back and right buttocks, like going down her thigh, and then I guess it's only three tattoos. They're big pieces though. Like there's just this really it's like she got it like a tattoo conference, and then she got one on her shoulder, her left shoulder blade. That was when she had to tell my mother that she had a tattoo because her wedding dress, you could see the tattoo. Otherwise, nobody ever knew she had tattoos. She's had them since we were in college. My sister is flyby free. No one can tell Jenny what to do. My mother still hates the fact that she has tattoos and hates the one on her shoulder, which is an owl, and it's to commemorate my grandmother because my grandmother was loved owls, and my sister I said, "Jen, you do know that doesn't cover up, right? You're gonna have to mom's gonna have to see this." Mom was not pleased. Mm-mm, no, no. Oh man, Craig, my family knows better than to try. Yeah, well, it's like, yeah, I just didn't. It's just not for me. I'm a pacifist when it comes to my family. It was easier to give in than to fight. Yeah. So now though, now look at me. Look at me. I have dogs. Like everybody told me not to buy a house. They told me not to marry James. They told me not to get a Great Dane. They told me not to get dogs in general. I don't listen to them. I don't always I pick my battles, y'all. Now, if they want me to wear a certain shirt, fine, whatever. But, so I'm just excited because I'm gonna get a tattoo, and then if James does not, if he's comfortable with it, he will get a tattoo. He's kind of afraid of needles. But anyway, speaking of James, we are gonna go have dinner. I think we're gonna go have pizza. We can't use our kitchen until next week. Yeah, because the sink doesn't work, you know. And I mean, I guess technically, nah, no, I'm not gonna. If I can't wash and do things, I'm not. I grew up washing dishes out on the back patio in Thailand. Been there, done that. I don't want to do that again. So we're just gonna go out to eat and probably get some pizza. Tomorrow we're gonna go into San Antonio to go get the tattoos. And yeah, there are needles involved. So I'm not sure James is going to go through with it, but there is a non-refundable booking fee, which he will be glad to pay if he does, you decide not to do it. Wrong with picking your battles. I just love being it. Well, Craig, you are a force to be reckoned with. Not only did you say "screw you," and the horse you came in on, you walked out and said "see ya," but wanted to be ya, and then you went and built an empire. That's you. I didn't do that. I didn't have that confidence. You know. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me. I will try to go live tomorrow to show you my tattoo because I am definitely gonna. I'm getting one. There's nothing stopping me from getting a tattoo. I don't care if I'm going to a convention next week and maybe it's not the best plan to do it. I don't care. I'm doing it. Um, it's just the way it is. So anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for being my subscribers and my friends. And on my journey of bag recovery, and I'm picking my battles with my bags too. I'm trying to pick many, many, many times today. I almost bought a bag because of my stress level and I didn't do it. And it's Adrian had a Disney Dooney bag for sale, and I didn't buy it, and I wanted to buy it so badly. And that is just that to me is growth, painful growth, but still growth. Did I want it? Yeah. Did I buy it? No. So anyway, again, I have to eat, and we spent $1,000 to this week today. Anyway, sorry everybody.